The reality is if you spend all your time working, you're never going to have any time to make any money. Now, when you hear that, that might not make any sense. What do you mean, Jaspreet? When I'm working, I'm getting a paycheck. What do you mean if I'm not working, I'm not making any money? Well, what I'm trying to say is if you spend all your time constantly just working for a paycheck, you're never going to have time to build any true wealth, because you're never going to become wealthy just from your paycheck alone. I don't care how big your salary is. You will never, ever, ever be able to become actually wealthy just because of your salary. You have to be able to use your mind, but if you want to be able to use your mind to build that wealth, you need time in order to do that. And this is where you have to start valuing your time and understand what your time is worth. There's two things that you can do about buying your time back. Either you can buy freedom or you can buy the opportunity to make more money. So if I talk about the freedom, one example of this is, let's say you hate mowing the lawn, you hate buying groceries, there's something that you don't like doing and it's just a time waste for you, and you value your time at $25 an hour. Well, if you can hire somebody at, say, $18 an hour to mow your lawn for you, well, you just bought your time back, because your time is worth $25 an hour, and you can pay somebody $18 to mow your lawn, and now you just saved that hour and you just saved that time as well. The second thing that you should spend money on is buying more income. Now, the first way that everybody knows to generate an income is you go and work and you get a paycheck. You're working and you're getting paid. But the second way that you can make money is by buying that income. So think of it this way. Imagine that this is a magic box that produces money. Every month, this box pays you $1,000 a month. You can go out and purchase these types of magic boxes that are paying you $1,000 a month, but now you have to understand, how do you buy it? Because there's many different ways to find these types of magic money printing boxes, and they're all going to come at a different price. I mean, the safest and the most expensive is going to be through a savings account or a high interest savings account, because nowadays the high interest savings account is paying you maybe 1% or something on your savings. So it's very little, but you're getting some sort of cash flow from your investment. If you want to take a little bit more risk and earn some more return, you can look at investing in stocks. Now, you can invest in companies that are paying out dividends, and depending on how big the dividend is, you have to put in a certain amount of cash, buy this box, and then it'll pay you that $1,000 a month. I mean, you can start with as little as $10, but you're not going to make $1,000 a month with a $10 investment. But as you grow, you can continue building up your investments, keep buying more of these boxes that keep paying you every single month, or then you can go out and buy real estate. This is one of my favorite ways to generate cash flow, because now when you buy a property, you buy a house, you buy an apartment complex, you're buying it for the sole purpose of making money. And for me, when I buy real estate, I don't care about how much this property is going to be worth in a year or 10 years. I'm looking at the cash flow. I'm looking at how much money do I have to put in and how much cash can I get out. And this is where now you're buying property to produce cash flow. And if you do it right, this property that you buy, this magic box that you buy, will produce rent. And this rent will cover your property taxes, your insurance, your maintenance, your mortgage, and all of your management fees, and then put some money in your pocket. So your rent will cover all the expenses and pay you just for owning the asset. If you want to take it one step further, you can also buy businesses. This could be maybe a franchise, but this is going to require some work on your end. This could be an actual business that you buy that you don't have to work in, where now you're just buying the ownership of a company and now you're getting the profits without having to work there. This could be a startup that you invest in, and over time the startup grows and starts paying you this type of cash flow. But the whole idea here is you're investing your money in assets. These are all assets, things that you're buying for the sole purpose of making money, as opposed to liabilities, because most of the time when we think of spending money, we think of what I talked about in the beginning of the video. We think about going to the Gucci store, we think about buying a BMW, we think about going on a vacation. All these things are nice, but they don't pay you. None of them are giving you $1,000 a month. And so now what I'm saying is, if you want to make more money, you can use your money, your income, to buy more income. And there's many different ways that you can do this, and you got to figure out what's interesting to you, what you are passionate about, and what's going to give you the best risk to reward ratio. Because obviously here, starting a business or buying a business is going to be some of the most risky things that you can do, but you can also get the most cash flow for every dollar that you invest. Here on your savings, this is almost no risk, but you're going to get the lowest cash flow for every dollar that you invest. These are somewhere in the middle. And so you have to figure out how much risk tolerance are you willing to take, how much return do you need, and what do you actually enjoy doing. Now, before I move on to number 3, if you do want to learn more about how to be a better stock market investor or a real estate investor or a cryptocurrency investor, you can check out Market Insiders. It's an app that I created where every week you get access to coaching sessions, live coaching sessions on stock market investing, real estate investing, and cryptocurrency investing. You can try out Market Insiders for free with a 10-day free trial where you can go through everything, go through all the previous classes, and go through the actual live coaching sessions. So if you want to try out Market Insiders for free, I'll put the link to how you can do that down in the description below. Third, you should spend money on your skills and your education. One thing that I love spending money on are books, mainly audiobooks because I don't like reading physical books, but I love spending money on audiobooks because I try to read a little bit of an audiobook every single day when I go on my morning walks. For most of us, the tool that's going to make us the most money, make us the most success, make us the most happy, make us live the most fulfilled life is our mind. And you have to be willing to sharpen your mind in all aspects of life, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, if you want to be able to succeed and thrive in each areas of your life. Like LeBron James spends over $1 million a year on his body alone because that's his tool on the court to be able to perform, to be able to produce, and to be able to make money. Now, obviously, he's very smart as well, which is why he's been investing his money in so many different places, but you don't know what you don't know. And if you're ignorant to the physical side, the mental side, the spiritual side, or the financial side, well, you're probably not going to be able to succeed, let alone thrive in any of these areas. And so I try to educate myself in all 4 of them. I'm not an expert in physical health or mental health or spiritual health. I don't even like to call myself an expert in financial health, but I like learning in each one of these things every single day. And you got to be willing to invest in your skills. That's investing time and maybe even investing money depending on where you are in your life. And so I invest my money obviously in audiobooks. I buy classes, I buy coaching. I mean, I spend tons of money on each one of these things. And as you grow, each one of this education levels is going to become more expensive. Like coaching is very expensive. All of my business consultants cost probably 6 figures a year. And it's an investment for me, but it allows me to learn more and get into the minds of people who are very experienced, who know more than I do. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the shorter clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And if you're interested in learning more about how to invest your money in the stock market, our team put together an amazing guide that will walk you through how to invest your money in the stock market, what the stock market is, different stock market strategies, and how to build wealth in the stock market. This guide is completely free when you sign up for our daily newsletter. So if you want to read this guide, all you got to do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.